Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm doing Rachel's makeup. Now I wanted to do like a really sort of soft but smoky eye, so if you want to see how I created it then just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with eyebrows. I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo. This one's in the shade medium. I wanted her brows to be soft and fluffy yet still kind of defined. This is the brush from Pony Cosmetics. It's actually a really good brush and I'm obsessed with it. So yeah, just use that and filling in her brows, brushing them out a little bit. I do put a little bit of the what is it, boho brows brow, like is it brow gel or is it like, it's the ones in the pot, over the top at the end as well, just to keep them nice and like pushed upwards and like fluffy as well. Then I'm going to be taking the P. Louise eye base, as I always do, in the shade Rumor, to carve out underneath the eyebrows and apply all over the lid. This is just one of my favorite products. I just think you can do literally any eye look with this product, and the it holds the pigment of the eyeshadow so well, and it's really easy to blend out all the eyeshadows on top of as well. So I'm just going to apply this all over the lid too in like a patting motion. For eyeshadows, I'm going to be taking the Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I'm literally taking one shade, which is Liquor. So it's like this dark purpley sort of shade, and I'm just patting this all over the lid, how I always do, to like continually applying the same color until I get the desired depth that I want. I then take just a soft fluffy brush and I actually just use the product that's on the eye already and just start blending that outwards. I did want a little bit of an extra color in the crease, so I did add a little bit of it's from the James Charles Morphe palette. It's the shade Love That. It's kind of like a little bit of a brighter purpley pinky sort of color, I guess. I didn't use much of it as I kind of wanted it to just be this purple color, but it did look really nice just to give it a little bit more vibrantness, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just continuing applying the product and then blending it out, continually doing that until I'm happy with the result. Okay, now once I've done this, I'm just wiping away the fallout because that was a lot. Especially I find when you're doing a smoky eye, you just get a lot of fallout, and just it's easier doing the eyes first. Then I'm just going to be putting a little bit of P. Louise eye base underneath as well, just so I can apply some of the purple eyeshadow underneath. I've been really liking doing this at the moment as I feel like the shadows really blend nicely into one another, whereas if you're cleaning up at the sides, you're going to always have somewhat that line where you've cleaned up, whereas when I'm doing this, it's not going to be a line or a defined line because I've only wiped away under the eyes where I'm just applying this product now. So I'm just using the same color as what I used on the lid, that Liquor shade. Then for the waterline, I'm taking the Inglot AMC gel liner in 74, which is basically exactly the same color as I used on her eyes, like a really deep purple. I just thought it would look cool because it would like match in with the look. Now just using the Inglot gel liner in 77 along her lash line. I do take the kohl pencil from Inglot as well and just kind of, as you can see, just blend it out a little bit as I wanted it to be a really soft glam look. For lashes, I'm going to be taking the Ardell Faux Mink lashes in 812, and then also just adding a few individual lashes in the outer corner. They're just the Ardell individuals, medium size, just to kind of get that more cat eye flicked out look to the eye. I just think it looked really pretty, and I was obsessed with how these lashes looked on Rachel. They looked so cute. Then for the skin, I'm going to be taking the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. This one's in the shade Opal, as I wanted it to be a really glowy, dewy look. So I applied this all over her face and skin, and as you can see, it's given her like such a nice glow. Then just adding some foundation. So this one's light beige mixed in with a little bit of snow, just because she's not as tanned as what light beige is. As you can tell, I don't put, I mean, obviously it looks like a lot, but it's not, like, because when I'm blending it out with a sponge, you can still see her freckles and everything underneath. I just added up a little bit more over where she had just a few little red blemishes. And now I'm just applying some concealer. So I'm taking the the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard and just blending that out with a small Dirty 30 sponge. I do like to kind of keep her base more natural so we can still see the freckles through, as I just find it just really suits her. And sometimes when you're trying to cover freckles, it just looks cakey. So then I'm just taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder, as I always do, and just setting her under eyes, and then I also set in her lifelines as well. Even though we're doing a dewy look, I do like to set the face and then just create the dewiness with powders, and then I'll use some cream contour products as well, as per usual, taking the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in Cool Almond. And then yeah, just using some like powders that are more dewy and setting sprays and stuff afterwards, just as I feel like the base will stay on a lot longer if you've set it. And you can always make it look dewy after that as well. Then I'm just taking the Australis Fresh and Flawless Setting Powder in Darkest Brown, as usual, and just applying this all over her face. I then take the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit and start contouring around the areas that I applied the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. Then taking some MAC Give Me Sun as always and just applying that just to warm up the rest of her face. I just feel like this bronzer, I don't know, it just looks so nice. I also did bring this down a little bit onto like her chest and neck area just to bronze up that area too, as I felt like it just needed a little bit more warmth to it. Then for blush, I'm taking the MAC Warm Soul Blush in, I'm just about to say, I've just told you the shade, and also the Balm Hot Mama blush too, as it's just like really nice and it really gives you like a nice glow to the skin, which if you're doing a dewy look or any look really, it just looks really pretty, I think. Then taking the MAC Oh Darling highlighter, which I'm obsessed with, and I also did add a little bit of the Inglot Sparkle Dust in the shade 02 just to give it a little bit more dewiness to it and a little bit more of a glow. This one just, I don't know, it just looks really pretty on the skin, and I love it. I don't do it all the time, but when it's like, when you want it to be really glowy, that's what you need to do. Then I'm just taking just a little small sort of fluffy pencil brush, and I'm just blending out those edges where the P. Louise base meets the foundation, just because it just looks really nice once it's all blended out. For lips, taking MAC Strip Down lip pencil and also the MAC Yash lipstick. Just I wanted a really nude natural lip color just to, so it wasn't going to clash with the eyes. I also added a bit of the Fenty Gloss Bomb lip glosses and in the shade Fenty Glow. I really like that gloss. It's like super nice. And it looks really pretty on the lips too, especially if you're doing like a more dewy, soft glam, as I feel like it just, like a glossy lip just looks really pretty to me, I think. So I'm just adding a little bit of the Laura Mercier Glow Setting Powder. This one is amazing if you're doing a really dewy look. It just sets you down but gives you a glow at the same time. It's literally my favorite. Then just applying some setting spray, and here we have the completed look. I hope you all enjoyed this little video. I actually really liked the outcome and I'm obsessed with it, so I hope you did too. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye.